Hey Taurus, welcome to your reading. Oh my goodness, let's see what's going on for you. It has been interesting energies lately. I don't know how you're feeling. We'll see in a minute, but I have felt some interesting energies lately. All right, I did a big energetic purge last night, so we'll see what's going on for you, okay? For those of you that are new, this is an energy channel. Sometimes that means that what I see is not traditional. Take it as it resonates. Role can be reversed, right? It could be a third party story. For those of you returning, thank you. I appreciate it. There will be a extended at the end of this. I will put that link down below. Sometimes it might take a day for that link to show up. Again, technology, right? And then also, that is either on Patreon, which is donation based, pay what you can, or you can do a one-time purchase. All right. So let's see what's going on here. You are having this almost like your spirituality is controlling things right now. And as such, that's really bringing you into this very strong, they're showing me, like the superhero pose, like you're coming into this very strong energy of, yeah, I can do it, so to speak, right? But what that means is that you have to slow down, and that's not what you want to do. Okay, you want to take off on something. You're ready to share yourself into something. You're ready to light something up. And they're like, no. The way it works is you have to stand there for a minute, right? You have to be in that pose and be like, and let that somatic work happen for you. And I think you're really struggling through that aspect. All right. So let's see what is going on here for you, Taurus. What's still impacting you from the past, current energies, and future possibilities. All right. Underlying King of Swords and the King of Pentacles. Okay. So there's this energy of you. The more you ground, the more you feel like I'm strong enough to do this, right? And what that actually means is that you start moving out of your heart and into a little bit of that ego processing. And so I think that it's a very fine line there for you, all right? Overall energy, the Moon and Judgment. It's almost as if you're saying, how can I choose something that hasn't arrived when the past hasn't left? Okay. What's still impacting you from the past is the Eight of Wands. So I feel like you went through an ascension process already, probably a pretty big one, where you had a very strong energetic connection, person, place, or thing, and yet it's almost like part of the story was missing. Okay. Current energies, you've got all this love and you feel like those emotions are driving everything, and they are, but it doesn't feel natural to you that your emotions could really align with all that earth energy and be working together. But those are some very synchronous energies right there to work together. And I feel like it is. Future possibilities, the Devil and the High Priestess in reverse. Okay. As soon as you stop allowing your heart to lead you, then your mind leads you. And when your mind leads you, you're a very passionate being. And you may go after something. And they're showing me King of Wands energy. So the only thing that you'd be missing out on for that Emperor's energy, male or female, doesn't matter, would be the heart space. Okay. And that can be very provisional, but not in the way that the divine feminine heart space is seeking. Okay. So let's clarify. The Moon and Judgment. Eight of Pentacles, the High Priestess, and the Four of Swords. Again, how can I open up to something that's not here when something still is? All right. And the moon is telling you, well, that's called a cycle. Like, that's called heart and soul and intuition. And we just allow it to guide us. Some of this is healing you. Perhaps from a divine partnership from 4 years ago. Perhaps this is healing you from 4 lifetimes of work that you've put into something, so that you can really ground into that true part of yourself. And for some of you, this is about waiting for this new energy to come. And for some of you, that is about more of that foundational energy for you, not necessarily about love. And it's a very healing energy regardless. 8 of Wands, the Hermit, the Queen of Cups, and the Knight of Wands. Okay, so I feel like this has been a long work of healing your heart. You could have been dealing with someone who was never able to be open about their feelings for you. I do feel like in many ways you were open about it, but that may have come across much more, again, passionate than heartfelt for you. Or you could have even felt in many ways like you were just benefits, right? And not being taken for your heart. And there's a lot of healing that has to go into recovery from something like that. King of Cups, 2 of Swords, the Tower, and the 6 of Wands. Okay. There are talking sopranos in my head, which it's not even from the soprano. I mean, it is from the Sopranos, but originally it's from The Godfather. But they're like, you know, just when I'm out, they pull me back in, right? Just when you had gotten your head out of this space, whatever you're healing from, there's a fear of what if. And this cycle has gone around many, many times. Okay. The Devil, 5 of Pentacles, Page of Cups, and the 10 of Wands, and the High Priestess in reverse, 5 of Wands in reverse, 9 of Wands, and the 4 of Wands. Okay. And of course, I love that we've got that Emperor on the bottom, right? That's the energy you're heading towards. Now, we have both of those energies within us. Doesn't matter what gender you are or whether you're non-binary. We still have these 2 frequencies within us that are fighting for space. And that's kind of where you're at right now. Now, this Devil's energy, this energy that says, fuck it all, I'm just giving into my passions. That's where I really, really take off, is when I dig down into the earth and I work with my hands and I'm passionate and fiery, right? 5 of Pentacles, Page of Cups, 10 of Wands. Trying to hide your heart to keep yourself from getting hurt in the way that you still carry this wound. It's a repeat what you've gone through of a childhood wounding, okay? Or an energy that your soul is still very much open to, okay? And so your intuition shuts off and you don't realize that you're learning a lesson about the way that you block yourself and bring in fire. And for some of you, this is the thing that leads you to question, do I stay or do I go? Do I allow myself to have faith that something will show up, or do I stay here where it feels comfortable? Okay. And again, the moon came out. So there's a lot of energies that I feel like are still hidden from you, but it's like you're afraid of what's hidden. Okay? Four of Swords. Three of Stones. Again, the Tower. And the Two of Stones. That fear is what your heart wants, but it's also what keeps you from leaving until Spirit pushes you into healing. And that healing, again, you're fighting these two sides of yourself without realizing what's already surrounding you. Okay? There's this old energy that I'm picking up on here with the Queen of Swords and the Eight of Arrows, Eight of Swords, the struggle. Four of Bows. For some of you, you were in a deep commitment that your fire is what held it together. Your passion, your commitment, your energy that you put into it is what held it together. And you felt your heart was rejected. And so that's where you go. Okay? The Hermit. The Stag, the Six of Arrows, and the Star. You protect your heart and go along with things. But when you're alone with your thoughts, that healing shines through, and you know, even through the cycles, what it is that you want. Okay? The Tower. Queen of Wands in reverse. The Five of Pentacles. And the Seven of Swords. It's like you don't know how to allow yourself to go slow through this and allow it to come up, because you've endured so much, but you poke this fire out of all of the insecurities around your heart, right? And so you don't want to repeat it. You don't want to let your heart lead the way. You don't want to let it come and go as it flows. Ten of Wands. Three of Wands crossed by the Eight of Pentacles. The Six of Pentacles and the Ten of Wands. Yeah, I'm not saying it's going to be easy to heal this part of yourself. I feel like when it comes up, when it kind of matches you, come on, let's do this. You throw yourself into work and you ignore what's calling your soul purpose forward. But if you will allow the ancient part of yourself to carry this for you, instead of thinking that your responsibility is the fire, again, what's at the bottom? The moon. I think that you'll see how you've kind of let this heart space die in many ways, and it's time to let it be reborn. Okay? Let's see what the universe says. Thank you, Spirit. Okay? Yeah. Nine of Swords in reverse. The Nine of Pentacles and the Eight of Swords. It is time to take the barrier down that's been protecting this part of yourself. Now, in soul retrieval, when we do soul retrieval in the shamanic work, we are actually bringing the healed part back to ourselves, okay? Because what happens is we go through trauma, whether it's this lifetime or previous lifetimes, whenever it was, we go through a trauma, that piece of our soul that's healthy and healed goes out of protection. we keep the wound here. We let the healthy part go. We protect it. But they really want us to be, right? We were engineered to be whole. And so that work that we do brings the healthy part back and heals that wound, right? You want to do that work. The messages that you're getting, because I feel like the Taurus that I'm talking to here, that you've been getting messages, and you may have even been getting personal readings or working with someone that's very woo in energy, and they're showing me this aspect of, yo, I got it, peace out, bro, it's okay, right? But that dark part of yourself that doesn't believe that you can have it all, that's the part that's speaking. And this card is very much the card of my divine masculine. Wearing the wounds, that most of the wounds come from the not speaking about the wounds. Okay, so let's see what advice Spirit has for you. Yeah, have gratitude for this moon, even the void of the moon, even the aspects of the moon when it's gone are so important to us. They really want you to have gratitude. There's something big coming for you with this solar and lunar eclipse, okay, that's going to be here in no time flat, right? I feel like you're realizing that you're holding yourself back from a big ending, and the ending is a blessing, okay, one way or the other. Yeah, the ending is a blessing. By summertime, you will be growing into something new, okay? Again, the way the cycle rolls will all depend on you. Are you going to go through another karmic return, or are you going to go into something new? That's all based on what you want to blossom. I think that if you work with your highest self, especially, like I did a ritual with this moon for money shame, okay? Sometimes we spend too much time focusing on things that aren't going to help us in the 3D, right? So this was one of those things that I was like, I know I'm still carrying around some of that, and I worked with that. Some of you may need to work with that with the moon on releasing this aspect that, yeah, you're worth all of that. Okay, a lot of moon energy coming in. You may have heavy water in your chart, okay, again, or they're just saying going home to your emotions and transforming that other part of yourself is very uncharted territory, and they understand that. All right, so thank you, Spirit. Yeah. Okay, Spirit's saying this is the truth. When everything is done as an offering, even the act of speaking, remember I said the wounds, I'm not talking about the wounds. You get shown when to talk and when to be silent. Your words come from silence, not fear. You do the talking, higher self here, right? Take over and speak through me. You know your truth. And you know that everything happens. There are changes underlying here, but you know that it all comes in divine timing, right? And so they really are saying that that's where you're stuck. That goes all the way back to the beginning of the reading, right? How can I be open to something that is opening up but not here when I'm still dealing with energy from the past? Well, that's the beauty of the divine timing. Everything is actually here all at once. We just can't focus on that yet. You know, we don't realize the ZQ field that we are in. And so we resist it. Okay? Some of you, this means taking a risk. Some of you means that this is a financial gamble and you have a real problem with abundance, right? And Spirit's like, let go of that shit. All right? So I hope that this helps you. I'm going to move to that extended and see what else is going on with this energy that is approaching you. That link will be down below if you are interested. I love you guys so much. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. And I hope that you have a beautiful rest of the week. And we will do your soul path reading later in the month. Until then, be well. All right? Much love. Bye.